let's look at barrages. Again, this is a completely hypothetical situation. I've actually pulled a couple of counters out of the Burma game and stuck them on the Reluctant Enemies map, mostly just because this artillery unit's is better than any of the ones in Burma. It just gives us more exciting numbers to look at. So better than any of the ones in Reluctant Enemies, rather. So in a barrage segment, and this barrage segment, if you want to fire artillery, it has to be the barrage segment in the combat phase. You can't do it in the movement phase. Only aircraft can barrage then, and or it could be in the exploitation phase or the reaction phase. Anyway, I want to barrage this artillery, and they want to barrage this unit here. Okay, so this artillery unit's got a barrage strength of 18, it's got a range of 3, and a move value of 4. We're not interested in the move value, we're just interested in the range and the barrage strength. So this unit here, it's 1-2 hexes away, so we're in range, we can barrage. But it needs to spend supply to be able to barrage. To make this a bit more complicated, I've decided to put a supply dump a bit further away and stick a HQ on it, so I can explain those rules just to give you another example of that. Okay, if the ammo was within 5 movement points, so within 10 along this road, given that road is 0.5 movement spaces, or 5 across the desert, it would be able to pick it up anyway. This HQ can throw ammo 12 truck movement points towards this. So essentially this HQ acts as, can chuck this supply to it if it wants to fire it at the enemy. Okay, how much supply do we need? Well, to find that out, we look at the barrage table. So we've got an 18 strength barrage. So you find the column, and that's it. And we need to spend 3 tokens. 1 supply point turns into 4 tokens, so we'll just spend that supply point, and we get 1 token change. Can I find a 1 token? Yes, I can. 1 token change, and the HQ has thrown the supply to the artillery here. And they're going to shoot this poor Japanese unit that somehow got lost in the Middle East, when it should be in Burma. Okay then. So, shifts. We can get shifted back or forth along this column based on a number of things. 1, how many REs are in the hex? How many regimental equivalents, how many troops are in the hex that we're shooting at? Well, it's a battalion, which I count, which is less than 1, that's half. So we're going to get 1 shift left anyway. So from this column here, we're moving 1 shift over to this column here. If they're in a hedgehog, that's a fortified position, we get a shift. If the terrain's close or very close, we get a shift. If there's no spotter, we get 3 shifts. There is no spotter. A spotter is one of a friendly unit right next to them, so we're going to move 1, 2, 3 over. And there's a few aircraft related ones. And then we basically just roll 2d6, and we can get disorganized, disorganized, disorganized. A half means you roll, and on a 4, 5, or 6, they take a hit and are disorganized. So we roll, and it's a 5, which is nothing. And that's basically how a barrage works.